but I actually wanted to talk with you guys about another thing. I saw this today whenever I woke up and I was browsing Twitter in the little fucking messy bed over there, that people are complaining that a canonically straight female character is bad for hoyo games in general, right? For the Genshin fans, the Twitter snowflakes, right? The fucking addicted to the internet people that don't understand how the world actually works, how marketing works, how profit margin works, right? How companies make money, how player based division and percentage works. So we're gonna talk a little bit about these, right? So they are complaining basically about the latest Caesar trailer, right? Because in the latest Caesar trailer, they actually show that even though she is a badass woman, the leader of all the power structure in the outer ring, and also a leader of a gang, right? I think everyone can agree that she's a badass, powerful woman, right? Even though she's a little bit of a dumb brute. Although that is a little bit of a good personality trait for her. I feel like it matches Caesar a lot. People are complaining that deep inside, she's actually a cutesy girl that likes to read romances. Imagine that. Imagine a person, a teenager, a young adult, especially one that probably never got to leave romance, is actually into romance. Who could have thought? Even if she's a girl or a boy, imagine a character who was never able to live a romance because he was always busy killing people, fighting people, working her ass off, living on a fucking wasteland. They actually like romance, right? They actually like to listen to stories of things that they had never done before, they had never been able to experience, right? So let's read a little bit about these. Way to ruining a character. Strong badass woman scares some types of men, and Hoyo needs their money too. That's why this video exists. And I know some women will be disappointed at this too. Homoverse, please delete. This isn't you. Delete. Delete. The last 10 seconds of the trailer was unnecessary and really reduced how powerful a character Caesar could be. But instead, they reduced her to waifu. Come on. Not gonna lie, I'm tired of this. Masculine girl secretly likes feminine things. Trope like we can get a masculine female character that doesn't conform to her genders at all. Also, queerphobes and quote retweets need to fucking leave Sadfix alone. Plus, that guy is not wise. Get over yourselves. This is actually a good comment. Of course, he's not wise. She is literally reading a manga. Like, why would that be wise? She's just projecting herself inside the manga that she's reading. That's it. There's no overarching romance plot involving Caesar. She's just literally projecting herself inside the cute romance manga that she's reading. It ain't not that big of a deal. This really might be my final straw of ZZZ after Jane and Seth debacle. I'm going to state this. I'm not here to argue with anyone. If you like this straight cell pandering, good for you. And the last but not least, she's straight. Ew. Now let me say a couple of things here, okay? The fact that she's reading a manga that it is about a girl and a boy dating doesn't mean that she's actually straight. Let me ask you this. If you're bi, if you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're trans, are you telling me that you do not consume romance stories about a boy and a girl? Because I'm gonna be honest here. If you are gay, trans, or lesbian, and you do not consume straight, focused romance stories, you're just losing on 99% of romance stories, right? Are you telling me that there's no gay person that watches, I don't know, the that one the Black Wolf Rings? Are you telling me that there's no gay or lesbian people that watch what's that romance with the vice president and the president of the school? Love is War, right? When did on the story they actually state that she is straight, right? And that being said, again, the fact that the character lore wise is straight does not deny you from having your own headcanon and having your fun with the character, right? If you love the character and for some reason you want to imagine the character loves you, even if you are a woman, a man, a trans, whatever the fuck you are, right? It doesn't matter who you are. If you like the character and you want to play make believe and believe that the character actually loves you, that is totally fine. That's no problem at all. I just find it funny that whenever the characters are shown in a light that they maybe are straight, all the gay community gets super fucking angry, and whenever the character gets shown as lesbian, gay, or bi, they are super fucking happy. Why can't we just appreciate what the artist and the company actually wants to do? Because let's be honest here. Why, whenever a character is lesbian, gay, or bi, you guys are all clapping and congratulating Hoyo to actually pandering to you guys, right? When in reality, what they are actually doing is pandering. Listen to this. What they're actually doing whenever they have a lesbian couple inside the game is actually pandering to straight men who likes to consume lesbian porn. That exists, and I can guarantee you, if you compare the amount of audience that is actually lesbian women or bisexual women that likes, for example, Akron and Black Swan, right? Or Zila and Bronya, who are actually good examples of a lesbian couple, and they are basically canonical inside the game. Do you guys think that they actually designed that lesbian couple to appease that 10 to 5% audience that play their games? Or do you guys think that they are actually pandering to the majority of the male straight characters that actually sexualize the fact that two girls are having a relationship? What do you guys think? What do you guys think makes more money? Pandering to lesbian couples that actually enjoy seeing themselves represented in the game with lesbian romance characters? Or do you guys think that they are just pandering to a bunch of incels that actually likes to see two girls having a relationship and they just sexualize this? If I'm being completely honest here, the only reason, not the only one, but the majority, the biggest reason why they actually design mostly gay, bi, or lesbian couples inside the game is to exploit the money of those incels who can't even bother or digest seeing a man on the screen. Even if he is a dumb man that got dumbed down just so they wouldn't threaten the masculinity in their own headcanon of the Chinese incels. And not only the Chinese ones, the worldwide incels. Or do you guys think that they're actually trying to pander to 5 to 10% of their player base, paying player base, because that's the one that matters, the ones that spend money, right? That actually enjoy True Girls because they feel like they are represented by True Girls. Remember, this game is developed by a Chinese company, a country where being gay, being trans, being lesbian is not seen in a good eye. I hope those things changes. I feel like everyone has the right to be what they want to be. And at the end of the day, everyone just deserves to be happy. Doesn't matter if you're gay, lesbian, trans, straight, black, white, Asian. I feel like everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to feel represented in a way. But I'm just being honest here. If you guys think that Hoyoverse is actually homoverse and they are super into gay pandering, lesbian pandering, minority pandering, color pandering, whatever the fuck it is, you guys are just getting played by a corporation. The only thing that a gaming company cares about, the only thing that a company, period, that a business cares about is making money. The moment that Hoyoverse becomes majority girl players and that the girls actually spend most of the money that they receive, the pandering is going to completely switch. And you're actually going to have more hot guys, more lesbian couples, more bi characters, and all of that. The only reason why that doesn't happen is because, whether you like it or not, majority of the player base are Chinese, and not only Chinese, but they are Chinese straight nerd incels. And because of that, 90% of the characters pander to Chinese straight dumb nerd incels. It is that simple. It is why Caesar has this cutesy weakness, just like you guys love to say in the comments down here. Although, if I'm being completely honest here, I think having a complex character with layers is much more interesting than just having a character that is strong, badass, doesn't have any weaknesses, doesn't have any second desire, doesn't have a second personality or anything else. I feel like if you design a such one-dimensional character, you're just designing a bad character. That's why I think Caesar is awesome. And whenever I saw Caesar being so happy to go watch a romance movie in the cinema with Belle, in my case, because I play with Belle, or she being all cutesy and happy and shy whenever she was reading the shoujo manga and everyone was seeing her and she got shy because of it, I feel like that is actually creating more layers into the character and making her a more interesting character. Again, you guys can complain all you guys want, just like you guys complain about Firefly. That being said, no one complains about Acheron, no one complains about Black Swan, no one complains about Bronya, and no one complains about Zilla. Why? Because they are pandering to your own perspective, right? Because they are pandering to you. And because they are pandering to you, you're unable to see those weaknesses, right? Characters who have layers, who have complex thoughts, who have fighting thoughts, right, that diverge from each other, actually creates a more rich character that you're able to appreciate more on the future. And again, just because she's reading a straight romance does not even actually mean that she's straight. To be completely fair here, again, if you are bi, lesbian, gay, whatever the fuck you are, I guarantee you that you still watch and consume straight romances, because they still are 90% of the romances that are produced till this day. So either you consume them, even though it isn't representing you, or you just skip on 90% of all the romances being written right now. Of course, that is, thanks God, changing. And right now, people are actually writing stories that are pandering to you. Be yourself, gay, lesbian, and trans again. And again, I feel like that's healthy because everyone deserves to feel a little bit of representation and have a little bit of love and things catered to them. I feel like that's good, that's healthy, and there's space on the market for everyone, right? That being said, you guys gotta understand, it is a Chinese company that has 90% of the player base male, straight, incels. And they unfortunately, are not pandering to you whenever they introduce lesbian characters. You may think they are, but they aren't. They are pandering to the incels that actually like to consume lesbian porn because they can't even fathom seeing a man on the screen without feeling down, without feeling they're a piece of trash. And it is because they are. In the end of the day, it is because they are. The reason why they can't see a man on the screen having a relationship with another girl on the screen, and they're both fucking fictional characters, the reason why they can't digest that is because they aren't even able to love themselves. And that is a problem. And I feel like, again, whenever you guys, be the minority that you are, whenever you guys spit and bring hate and towards these types of content, right? Whenever you guys hate on Caesar being a complex character who is a badass, independent, strong woman, but actually has a soft side inside of her, whenever you guys complain about a character with this depth, with this complexity, you guys are actually setting your fight backwards. You know why? Because if you say that you are all about inclusion, all about diversity, but whenever the diversity and the inclusion just does not represent you, you complain and act intolerant, you are actually pushing people away from your cause, right? Because if you are a person that loves diversity and inclusion, you gotta also like or at least respect the the inclusion and diversity that does not appeal to you, right? Even though, for example, even though I'm not bi, even though I'm not gay, I had a couple of relationships with other men. I've tried it, and I don't like it. But I'm not afraid to try and to say it, okay? And I can easily say that even if they had a lesbian couple, a gay couple, a bi couple, an open relationship, a closed relationship, a black character, an Asian character, a white character, a Latino character, whatever the fuck it is, I feel happy for it because I feel like other people actually deserve it. So why do you guys that think that it is homoverse, even though you guys are just being played by their marketing strategy, can't be able to do the same? I get it. You guys are being judged by a lot of society. You guys have your traumas. Maybe your family hated the fact that whenever you assumed yourself bi, lesbian, gay, trans, whatever it is. I get it that you have a something in your heart that makes it ache, that makes it hurt whenever you feel like you're being rejected by the people you love the most. That being said, if you project that same thing into other people that do not fit your agenda, that do not fit your taste, you are not better than them in the end of the day, right? For example, that complaint, I hate to bring this up because I think she's actually an amazing content creator, which is Mina Oyama, right? She's an amazing content creator. And the fact that she did those complaints about Firefly proved that, at least on that instance, she was being a little bit of a hypocrite. You know why? Because, for example, she loves Robin, right? Robin, sure, does have some coloring that maybe indicates that she is, I don't remember if it's lesbian or bi. I don't remember the coloring that she had. I think it was lesbian, right? To the point that I'm making, it doesn't really matter what coloring it is. The thing is that people were saying that she was coated, right? That she was coded deep within her design to show like she is a part of those, again, diversity and inclusion of minorities and different type of likeness, right? Different type of relationships and everything. And I think that was actually cute, right? But if you tell me that Robin is anything else but a waifu bait, right? She is an amazing idol. She's a singer. She's a cute, gentle person. 100% she is, right? But at the end of the day, all of those traits were designed for her to be a waifu bait. Be it for a man, be it for a woman, be it to whatever you are. She was designed to be a waifu bait. And the fact that you complained about Firefly, who is a warrior, who fought in wars, right? Who killed thousands and thousands, who saw thousands and thousands die, right? And in the end of the day, after all that war ended, the only thing that she wanted to be was a normal person and be able to experience friendships, romance, and everything. And you think that that's a character flaw? I'm sorry, you're just being a hypocrite, right? You're not being able to see outside of your own perspective. You're not being able to be empathetic, sympathetic. You're not being able to put yourself into the other person's perspective, right? Just like I feel like Caesar is actually being represented as a more deep character with more layers. I feel like, for example, Bronya, who is a leader of the country and had to fight her own adoptive mother, right? And has a relationship with Zila, but she's actually a cutie, even though she has to be tough on the front of everyone. She's actually a gentle person. I feel like that's a character with depth, a character with complexity, a character with layers, right? And just because Caesar may or may not be pandering to your tastes doesn't actually mean that she is a horrible character, that she's a trash character, that she's a waifu bait, and she got reduced to it. If you guys don't understand by playing the games until now, all the characters are either waifu or husbando baits. Don't you guys get it? Anton, for example, he is a clear representation of a character that I can't remember the name right now from Gurren Lagann, right? I feel like everyone can agree with that. That being said, he is super adopted by the gay community. There is a lot of gay profiles, a lot of gay people that play ZZZ, and they actually like Anton, right? Romantically, sexually, and I feel like that's cool, that's sick. We don't even know if Anton is gay, bi, trans, straight, whatever the fuck he is. But you know what they did? They said, I like this guy, I like his design, I like how he is, and I feel like he's one of those. He's one of mine, right? And that's super cool. I feel like that's sick. And you know what they do? Those people that are actually pandering to Anton being gay and that they enjoy Anton, right? And they make Anton gay porn or whatever it is. I haven't seen them complaining whenever people were, I don't know, saying that Lighter is straight, right? Or whatever it is, right? Or that Wise is straight, even though they ship Anton with Wise. So again, sometimes we gotta try to be outside of our own perspective, see things from other people's perspective, and try to understand, am I being a jackass here? am I being a cunt just because this doesn't fit my narrative? Just because this doesn't fit my liking, right? Am I being a cunt here? Am I being a jackass here to the other people, to the different people? Am I being ignorant? Or am I actually right? Because sometimes that will happen. Sometimes they will actually ruin a good character for the sake of waifu bait or husbando bait. That does happen. That does happen. But in my experience with Hoyo, I can pretty much say that they usually do not ruin characters in that way. Most of the characters actually have some depth. Most of the characters actually have some layers, be it if they are gay, trans, bi, or straight. The problem is, from both sides, there's now a polarization. There's extremism going on, especially on this Hoyo Twitter snowflake bubble community, that you guys are not willing to accept each other's sides, right? If the straight people stop fighting so much against these types of comments from the LGBT community, and if the LGBT community stops complaining so much about how the artists want to represent the character the way that they designed them to, you guys would actually get a lot more enjoyment out of the game, out of the character, out of arts, and we would actually have a lot more variety on the characters. Believe it or not, if we stopped complaining about each other and actually appreciate it, for example, oh, that's cool. Those guys are actually getting a cool character that they like. Oh, that's cool. Now it's their time to actually get a character that they like. Isn't that much better for everyone? If I love that you're happy, if you love that I'm happy, and sometimes me being happy means you're unhappy, and sometimes you being happy means that I'm unhappy, and that's totally fine. That is how life is at the end of the day, right? Just like there's a bunch of furries inside the game, and most people already gave up on complaining about this. Do you know why? Because the furries are not on Twitter complaining that Caesar is not a furry, that Burnus is not a furry, or that X new character like Lighter is not a furry. They are enjoying on their own little tight bubble the content that is being made towards them, and content that isn't, they're totally fine with it. They understand that the game has to cater to a bunch of different audiences, right? And again, if we stop fighting each other so much and actually start to try and understand each other's sides, again, be it if you're an LGBTQ plus community or if you are a fucking incel, if we actually try and understand each other and be appreciative for each other and enjoy things for the other people, be happy for others, you're actually going to evolve and grow as a community much more. You know why? Because I gave up on Genshin and I stopped trying to play a lot of gachas, especially the Hoyo ones, because I used to play gachas way before Genshin, but I gave up whenever Genshin dropped and all of those things because of these dumb Twitter dramas, right? Because there are a bunch of communities, be it on Hoyos, be it on other gachas, but they basically spawned after COVID and Genshin. They are actually unable to understand and process and be happy for other people, right? Again, if you truly believe in diversity and inclusion, if you truly are a person that is made of love, right? That is empathetic, that loves things, that is a happy person, I feel like you shouldn't judge these types of things, right? And if you guys are the type of person that appreciate art as a whole, why, whenever the artist creates a character for your liking, you're saying, oh shit, this artist created such a complex character that I love and fits my narrative and represents me inside the game. But then, whenever they do it for the other group that it isn't yours, be it whichever group it is, you start complaining, right? That isn't healthy. That is bad for your mental, for your health, for the community, and for the game as a whole. So again, that's my appeal here. I'm not saying that LGBTQ people should stop complaining and accept everything. I'm not saying that incels should stop complaining and accept everything. I feel like we're just lacking a little bit of love, understanding, and empathy from this community, right? Sometimes you gotta understand that they're going to design most of the characters to 90% of the player base, which are straight, nerd, incel, male gamers, right? And sometimes maybe they will try to design characters for you guys. Be you guys gay, trans, lesbian, furries, lolicons, or whatever the fuck you are, right? And you gotta understand that this is how the world goes, right? Again, they are a company, they are going after profit, they are doing what makes them more money. And that is why you have 10% of the characters male, or 10% of the characters gay or lesbian, and 90% of the characters woman that are straight or bi, right? Because that sells more, that makes them more money, and that is what they will always do. If you guys want that to change, actually stop being so cringe and complaining and being an ignorant whenever things don't fit your narrative, and actually try to be the bigger person and be more of a mature person and actually understand how things work and actually spread love instead of hate. And maybe this way, more gay, trans, lesbian, black, Asian, white, Latino, whatever it is, minorities are going to start playing the game more. And then eventually, you guys are going to be a bigger slice on that pie. And because of that, you guys are going to get more characters that are designed to you, right? I think that's the goal of the debate here, right? Am I wrong here? Let me read a little bit of chat here. This is going to be an amazing video, guys. Incels barking again? Yeah, don't treat ZZZ like Genshin, motherfuckers. I don't think like there's a problem. I think like people just gotta understand each other more, right? Spread more love, less hate. I think it is that easy. She's straight, ew. Lol, okay, I'm glad she's straight. Oh wow, a girl being a girl, ew. Again, I get it that sometimes they want a more masculine girl, a girl that doesn't fit the girl general perspective on the society. That's totally fine. I'm sure that there must be 1, 2, 3, 4 characters that are like that. You gotta understand though, what makes them more money. It is what it is, right? These types of people, they're fucking fictional characters. Like, what the fuck? Go outside and touch some grass. I agree. Let's be honest. I don't know which gender plays their games. Yes, only the minority barks the loudest and say pretty pathetic. I disagree. The incels also bark loud as fuck. It is a problem from both sides. Just look at HI3 and its only female characters, which are portrayed as lesbians, and I don't see lesbians playing HI3 and making an uproar about that game. And again, there are lesbians that play HI3, I'm pretty sure of it. But they are happy what's going on in the game, because there's no male characters in the game, right? And the incels, just because they see girls there, they either just imagine themselves inside the story, even though there isn't a male character for them to imagine themselves in, or they are they are just a pervert that actually enjoys seeing lesbian porn or lesbian relations and type of shit, right? And maybe they imagine themselves in a threesome with them, or whatever the fuck it is, and both sides are happy because of that, right? It is what it is. Bro, men play woman characters because we like to see the curves on the screen. Sure, you can say that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel like that. All this complaining, why not create a game just for you gays out there and let's see if you won't get attacked by your own species? Nah, I don't feel like that's the right approach, Cloud. Lamau, gays are gays because they can attract someone from the opposite sex. No, that's unfair. That's unfair, Cloud. That inclusion narrative is so bullshit. I disagree. The problem is not inclusion narrative. The problem is how people portray it, and they try to be so inclusive and so diverse. They actually scare the majority from the community itself, right? Maybe intergender bullshit. No, it is not. It's not bullshit. It's totally fair. Fragile egos, that I can agree. Yeah, I have a ton of LGBT friends who love to tote that inclusion narrative, but then hate on straight people. I'm just sitting there like, you know, I'm straight, right? Like they can be so hypocritical sometimes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And again, this hypercritic view comes from both sides. The problem is, since they are a minority and they are loud, they have to try and police themselves and try to be the better man, the better person, the bigger person, the more mature. If they want to fight for their cause, right? They gotta try to be the best versions of themselves. Spreading hate like this is not going to achieve them more rights, more representation. It's actually going to scare off the majority from the community itself, right? It actually works against their cause. And that is the problem, right? At least first accept that what they do is weird to everyone else. Nah, but being gay or lesbian is not weird, at least not to me. Hi all, 0 notifications again. I don't know why that happens, Danny. Let me see what you guys are saying on YouTube. I love strong women. Exactly, Alex. Right? Also, none of these are canon. Not in multiverse at least. Okay, shut up, Shane. I feel like you reiterated your point 5 times. I gotta make it clear, so just make sure people understand it. Why hating against the lolly faction? I mean, I have my own perspective, right? I'm not hating it though. People can do whatever the fuck they want. My brain picks up thing 300% faster and going too slow for me. Okay. I remember Nazi colored mild morals. Okay, shut up, guys. So any drama? Yeah, we're talking about drama though. Did Ben pillar enough to shut them up? Okay, guys, come on. Clown tweet is just a reference to Mina. Yeah, in a way, it is. Remember, more louder you're barking, more you did you war. I agree with that, actually. Yango, bottom right tweet, is just being... I know Yango is just being dumb. I know Yango is tweeting to troll. Most of these tweets are not trolls, though. Right? Yeah, boys, what do you guys think of this debate? Do you guys think that people should actually try to be a little bit more empathetic and a little bit more loving, just to vary, and maybe this way people will be actually willing to hear your side more? Or do you guys think that being hateful and intolerant and ignorant is actually going to achieve them more rights and more representation? Again, I feel like if you come from a place of love and you try to actually share love instead of hate, you are going to get more people on your side. And I feel like that's the point of it, right? Be you, be yourself a straight nerd incel, or be yourself an LGBTQ. Plus, you gotta put in the effort and try to be the better person to get people on your side, right? Be it whatever side it is. Intolerancy, hate, and everything does not bring anyone to you. It actually makes people hate you. And that is the point of this video. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Anything that you guys want to talk about? If you guys have anything opinion to do, just drop it down in the comments. If you guys want to, you guys can just join my Discord to talk gacha, gaming in general, anime, tech, drama, react, whatever the fuck it is. You guys are more than welcome to. Don't forget to leave a like in the video, subscribe to my channel, so follow me on my Twitch. I do stream every day on both YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, spread love, nor hate, and try to understand other people's feeling and position, right? Try to be the better person. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.